B-A-R-T. Why? Because I gotta. Let's start the show.
Smoking. Look at this. It's like the cheapest BAFTA in the world. BAFTA for nothing. Woodwork. There. Oh, it broke. I was afraid that might happen. Hey, so who's joining him on the sofa tonight? Well, later we'll be having music and chat from the sensational Nicole Scherzinger, ladies and gentlemen. Yes. But first, from Black Books to Green Wing, now star of the hugely successful episodes, it's Tamsin Greig! Oh! Look at you! What did you do? You're gorgeous. Look. Have a seat, dude. Tamsin Greig! He is the Oscar-nominated star of Cold Mountain, The Talented Mr. Ripley, and, of course, Sherlock Holmes. It is Jude Law, everybody! I know! Hello! Hi, really good to see you. Hi, have a seat with Tamsin there. Faces and almost as many hit films. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the one and only Jim Carrey! Sit down, you know, Jude. Little kissing thing. Very
Almost
nice.
Missed a cheek there.
Yeah, I saw that.
Almost missed a cheek.
Yeah, we're European. Now, are you dumb or dumber? You're dumb. Dumber.
There's really no way of telling.
Okay. And it's just yourself because we've seen you about town.
Yes.
And you had the puppet.
Yes, I did. I had the puppet with me. I made a puppet of Jeff Daniels because he couldn't join me for European press.
But you really made that puppet.
Yes, I did. I went into my art studio and I sculpted him because I'm a desperate man.
And you've been out and about in London with the puppet.
Yeah, I've been all over the place.
But no puppet tonight. Where is the puppet now?
Well, actually, the puppet is here, but it's a little bitter since Jeff came back into the picture. Actually, he's...
What, the real Jeff?
Yeah.
So, is the real Jeff here?
Oh, no. It's still it's a new puppet I made.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I've gotten better at making puppets now. And, yeah, this is now, I've really got it down now.
Ladies and gentlemen, here's a very, very good puppet version.
It's a more realistic version, for sure.
Yeah, of Mr. Jeff Daniels. Here it comes now. Well, there he is!
Yeah, sorry, man. Thank you.
It's so great to see the two of you back together again.
Yeah, it feels good.
It's great fun.
It's nice that they're alive. We were called by a lot of world leaders, and they said, there's trouble. You know, people are upset. There's a lot of unrest. We need your help.
Could you please?
Now, 20 years ago, it was kind of a weird film to see Jeff Daniels in. And 20 years later, it's still a weird film to see Jeff Daniels in.
Thank you so much, Graham. Good to be here.
You know what I mean?
No, it's not. I remember when we did it, there were actors. I mean, I won't name them, but they were going, what were you thinking? You guys saying this. Go stand next to it. Go do comedy with this. And that's why you do it.
Is it apocryphal, the story about Clint Eastwood? Is that true?
Yes.
After you made the first one?
Yes. Clint Eastwood, I'd never met him. He came, I was at a golf tournament for celebrities, and all of a sudden Clint Eastwood's coming across the tent, the breakfast tent, looking at me. It's Dirty Harry, and and he goes, Jeff, I'm Clint, Mr. Eastwood. What a pleasure to...
He calls him Ewood.
Yeah, they're so close.
He said, I saw Dumb and Dumber. Oh, geez, I'm so sorry. Listen, there are other things out there, you know. And he goes, no. The bathroom scene, that happened to me. And he goes through this long story about a girlfriend, but he was reliving it, yeah.
That's how he came up with the poncho. whatever he wants down there.
It's practical.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, acting, clearly, it's a lovely job. It's a beautiful job. And yet actors always try to make it worse for themselves. Because Jude's got a big movie, Black Sea, out. Now, you did actually go and spend time on a real submarine.
Well, I got invited, yeah. The director and I got invited by the... I'm not sure how much I'm allowed to say, because it was a proper nuclear subject. It was all sort of top secret.
Oh.
But we were invited, and, I mean, I don't know how much it helped me, to be honest, but it was an amazing experience.
Did you go down under?
Yeah,
and
4
all?
days.
Did you just start pushing buttons and stuff?
I did whatever I wanted.
What's this one?
And they were amazing. They let me just wander around. I went into the engine rooms and I steered it for a bit.
Did you get any sense that there was 7 miles of ocean above your head? See, I'm freaking out right now.
No, you get... I mean, it's odd. The claustrophobia isn't... I guess everyone has different definitions of claustrophobia. To me, it was more the proximity of people. Because you hot bunk, which means you sleep for 6 hours, get up for 6, sleep for 6, and other people sleep in your bed. So there's a kind of... And it's permanently dark in the sleeping quarters because everyone has to sleep at a certain time, and there are like 18 snoring blokes who then all have to get up and replace...
Do they change the sheets? So do they...
No, you're in a sleeping bag.
Oh, that's fine then. What, a sort of onesie?
Yeah. we were all hopping around in onesies. I took my reindeer onesie.
Now, here's a weird... and maybe this isn't true, but you, Jim, did train with the... Was it the Navy SEALs? Is that made up nonsense?
No, I did not train with the Navy SEALs. But what that might be referring to is when I did The Grinch, I was... literally, the makeup was like being buried alive every day.
How long did it take?
The first day was 8.5 hours. And I went back to my trailer and put my leg through the wall, and I told Ron Howard I couldn't do the movie. And then Brian Grazer came in, and being the fix-it man, and came up with a brilliant idea, which was to hire a gentleman who is trained to teach CIA operatives how to endure torture. And so that's how I got through The Grinch. I would like...
Good gig.
It was quite hilarious. He said, eat everything you see. And if you're freaking out and you start to spiral downward, turn the television on, change a pattern, have someone you know come up and smack you in the head, you know, punch yourself in the leg, so it was, or smoke as much as you possibly can. So I was this Grinch sitting give me a light. And this giant cigarette holder, so the yak hair wouldn't go on fire. And,
The green yak hair.
yeah, the green yak hair that turned inward and went, yeah. It was horrifying.
Wow.
It was horrifying. It was just like, it's for the kids, it's for the kids, it's for the kids.
How many months was that?
I did the makeup 100 times.
Good noise.
And you know what?
Very good noise.
You know what got me through it? The Bee Gees. I'm not kidding you. The only thing that worked in the makeup chair to be calm through the process was everything the Bee Gees had ever done. I don't know why. They just made me happy. They made it possible. There'd be no Grinch without them.
And now, Tamsin Greig, in terms of acting and acting tips, was it Graham Norton who made Black Books? He wrote and directed Black Books.
Yeah. And he gave me the best piece of direction that I've ever been given. I was in a scene where I was in bed listening to the radio because the voice of the man reading the shipping forecast really turned me on. This is the work I do. So I was in bed and I had to be being turned on. And I was getting slightly embarrassed and shy. I was pregnant, I was feeling mad, as you are. And Graham came over to me and he said, OK, the noises that you're making, could you make the noises that you might make getting into a hot bath? And that was it. I was like...
Very good. There are going to be so many suspicious husbands tonight now.
I was just thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
What can I just
Sound
say?
familiar, Jeff?
Getting into a hot bath.
That was very lazy. You're getting in.
Well, I've been married a long time. What can I say?
I prefer when they act like they're getting into a cold bath with me.
Listen, we've got lots to talk about tonight, but let's begin by celebrating the return, after 20 years, of Dumb and Dumber, ladies and gentlemen. Very good. Now, I've seen the film, and it is really, really, because you always kind of worry about these things. You kind of think,
Yeah.
oh, we love the first one.
Oh, we worried.
Yeah.
We worried, yeah.
Well,
And what's brilliant is sort of nothing's happened.
nothing has happened. They haven't grown in any way whatsoever. There will not be an arc to these characters.
Which, I mean, Jude does research. You research your roles.
Sometimes,
Yeah.
yeah.
There is none.
We try to avoid all information. All
Nothing.
information.
They haven't grown an ounce of intelligence in 20 years.
That's right.
And are there tricks to get into the character? Like, when you get on set, is there just...
He has a physical thing that he does with his...
Again, no research.
Yeah.
I just...
I whacked my tooth out. You know, I whacked my tooth out, and
So the chip tooth is real. You've got the picture. There you are.
it was actually grade school. I was in detention with my friend Clark LaPrairie, who was bottle fed till the age of 8, and we were running around the classroom. We were supposed to be sitting at our desks, and we heard a noise outside. So I ran to my desk and I put my head down like a good little boy. And Clark looked out the door. And saw no one was coming, and then took a beeline across the classroom, did a cannonball on my head, and my tooth hit the desk. Ooh. And the nun put it inside an envelope and said, "Jesus loved your teeth." And sent me home. So it was literally like just a little side order of guilt with the pain, and you know, without Clark LaPrairie. You know?
Hey, listen, we've got a clip from Dumb Number 2. The movie opens next Friday, all over the place. And now this is the two of you. Actually, we haven't really... Should we talk about the story a little bit before we see this clip?
That's
a story.
important.
I shot it. I didn't see a story.
Right. We kind of did it out of order, so... yeah. Well, there is a bit of a story.
There is. We get on the road, we...
You need a kidney.
I need a kidney.
We find out he has a daughter, so we think.
Yeah.
And what better reason for a family reunion than a compatible donor?
Yeah. So this clip is when you're on the track of Harry's daughter. Here we go.
Adele, what do you say we call Penny right now with the news that her biological father is looking for her? She'll be so excited. Let's call her.
It's ringing.
Whoever this is, we're in the middle of something really important. Can you call back later?
No, I can't call back later. I have something to tell you, and it might freak you out a little bit, but this is your dad.
What? Hold on. Hey, guys, I know this is weird timing, but I gotta take this. It's my dead dad.
He's got me on hold.
Now, going back to the first movie, 1994, for you, Jim Carrey, that was an extraordinary year. I mean, it wasn't just Dumb and Dumber, it was Ace Ventura, it was The Mask.
But I couldn't really enjoy it, you know, because I was so stoned. But now I'm clear-headed, and I'm really enjoying myself. I'm really having a good time. Really having a good time.
But what I like is, you know, on the show, I meet people who have, you know, glittering careers, but your career, you know, there's often that combination of kind of luck and talent. But your career, particularly that year,
Pure
it seemed
talent,
like, no,
pure
but it seemed like you willed it to happen. You really just...
I really honestly did. I mean, I'm a huge visualizer and a manifester, so I literally spent, you know, every night of my life for about 4 years on Mulholland Drive after I do the comedy clubs, manifesting my life. So I made a check to myself for $10 million for acting services rendered, paid to the order of Jim Carrey, post-dated Thanksgiving 1995, stuck it in my wallet, and 6 months before that due date came due, I was making $10 million for a movie.
I mean, it's an incredible story.
Pretty crazy.
And did you cash the check?
Yeah, I gave it to my dad. I gave my dad that check.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. It was an Irish teacher I had in the 2nd grade who said, you know, whenever I want something, I pray to the Virgin Mary and I ask her to ask God for it. And you know, I promise something in return and I get whatever I want. Like that, and I went, I need a bike. I went home and I prayed for a bike, and 2 weeks later I walked into the living room and there was a brand new Mustang bike with a banana seat and you know, chopper handlebars sitting in the middle of the living room. And I said, "What's this?" And they said, "You won it in a raffle." And it turns out I won it in a raffle that I never entered. That a friend of mine went into a sporting goods store and put my name in the raffle as well as his. So that was 2 weeks later. So I've kind of been doing that a lot ever since.
Did you give him the bike?
No, no.
Tamsin, a good mother. Yeah. You'd be like,
Did you give him the bike?
I let him ride it a couple of times.
And what's extraordinary is now that you're a dad yourself, you're a granddad, unbelievably.
I am a granddad,
yeah,
yes.
granddad.
I am. But I tell him, don't call me Grandpa, because every time, and it's hilarious, because he'll just keep doing it because it bothers me. You know, I say, don't call me Grandpa, and he'll go Grandpa, and every time he calls me, I get a little older. Who are you?
Jude and Jeff, you've got kids as well. But are your kids kind of embarrassed by you being in movies, or do they like it?
Are they humiliated by what you do?
Some humiliation.
A little, yeah. Droplets of humiliation. No, they don't mind. I mean, it's just my job. I guess it's what I do.
Yeah.
It's what Dad does.
I guess they're older now. They're older now, so they're probably cool with it, aren't they?
Yeah, but there is always that funny thing when you get home and you think, you know, what did you do today, Dad? I wore someone else's clothes and pretended to be someone else. It's a very odd job.
It is, but it pays the bills handsomely.
It does.
Yeah.
They can always rub that in their face.
Yeah, you didn't win that bike in a raffle. I bought it. Because now, Tamsin, your dad sadly has passed away, but...
Oh, God.
Emotional recall, what a great actress.
It's a good job I knew that.
Awkward.
Is he?
Yeah. But no, but is this true that he gave you advice on his deathbed?
Yeah, I didn't know it was his deathbed. I mean, it was in a hospital, so I should have guessed.
They don't usually have that printed on.
They don't say, they don't have the thing hanging
Bring
on
the
him that says
deathbed in.
You know, he was 92, so, you know, it was creeping up on him. Mind you, he had taught me two things in his life before his deathbed, which was one was to bowl a cricket ball, so I'm a pretty proficient cricket bowler, and also he taught me to do one impression of a scared pig. And on his deathbed...
Can I just say, no, you can't just walk past. He taught me to do an impression of a scared pig. I think we would like to see the impression of a scared pig now.
Well, it's not so much seeing, it's the hearing. Listen, I'm on a sofa with Jim Carrey. You can't do impressions.
Absolutely you can.
You've got a scared pig in the catalog.
No, I have a St. Bernard.
That's really similar.
Yeah, if you do your scared pig, I'll do my
Will you
St.
do
Bernard.
yours?
Yeah.
Okay, scared pig. It's really hard to do when you're laughing. Right.
Just...
That is very good.
Oh, my St. Bernard.
Preparation.
Okay, okay.
Are you all right?
Don't worry about that Ebola thing. I think it's all cool right now, right? Everybody's good. Oh, that's your water. I'm sorry.
We still haven't got to the words of advice on the deathbed.
Okay, so... you know when you feel that moment sort of just tickling up your spine, you think, this is it, this is the moment when the thing gets passed on. And he looked at me and he said, now look, don't do what your mother did. And I was thinking he'd say something like, don't marry an old fool like me or something. He said, don't do what your mother did. He said, don't let yourself go. So I turned to her and I said, Mum, is this rude?
But he really did. That's incredible.
That's what he said, yeah.
Now, we'll move on to Mr. Jude Law, who has a new movie called Black Sea. And it's out now. And, like, there are tense films, but my God, this film is so... I may have developed an ulcer watching this thing. It's so... Because it's a submarine movie.
Well, it's about a group of very desperate men, ex-naval, ex-salvage, ex-cons, all of whom in desperate situations with very little to lose, and they team up together and take a submarine into the Black Sea, believing that there is an undiscovered Nazi U-boat full of gold. Inspired by films like Treasures of the Sierra Madre and Wages of Fear, Kevin MacDonald, wonderful director. And once they're on the submarine, they realise, of course, that if there are fewer of them, the cut of the gold is bigger. And once they're also on the submarine has problems because it's an old submarine.
Well, it's like Antique Roadshow submarine. I mean, it's really shocking.
And who would have known? This script is written, it's set on a 1970s Russian submarine, and you think, wow, we have to build one. They find one in Rochester. A guy owns one. And it's just stuck in a causeway, so that's where we filmed it.
His wife must have been so annoyed. Because all of these years he's been going, no, one day. And here's the thing, in Black Sea, it was an international cast, because the Russians...
Very international, yes.
The Russians were really played by Russians.
Yes, believe it or not.
That's risky. That's
not only
risky.
that, part of the film is in Russian, because the actors didn't speak any English. So we had a translator. It was really complicated at times.
If you're going to have Russians in your film, the women are much better than the men. Very, very beautiful.
At what?
Very, very good looking.
Okay.
They were great guys. They were great guys.
And you do a very good and specific Scottish accent.
Well, yes. We wanted him to have a feeling of, I don't know, something a little more gravelly and gritty than a sort of South London lad.
You're right.
Yeah, all right, going down.
You're really selling this film. You're selling it. Yeah.
And, yes, so and Kevin MacDonald, the director, is Scottish, and I felt, therefore, I was in safe hands, and so he is, indeed. Commander Robinson is from Aberdeen. Forgive me, everyone from Aberdeen.
No, it's good. It's really good. Listen, we're going to watch a clip. This is... it's that moment when you realise you've made a terrible mistake getting onto a submarine at all. This is Jude in Black Sea.
We spent about I mean, it felt actually, anything's going to pale. I'm just spending 8 hours under makeup, but... So there were like 4 or 5 days soaking wet in clothes, and you've got to figure out, OK, how do you stay relatively warm? Because if you stand around, as soon as you're out of the water, you're getting cold. So we had a jacuzzi brought into the film set, and with all these photos with boots, all these guys in jacuzzi, you know, with rubber ducks.
So you're not really
cups of tea.
Yeah, that's letting a lot of light in on the magic. That's right. Yeah. We rested in a jacuzzi
with a daiquiri, just like they did on the submarines.
Now, I'd never heard this phrase before. I hadn't heard until I was reading about this movie, because you're all in a very confined space. You're talking about backting.
Yes,
backacting?
Yeah. Well, basically, because you know, you're limited to a situational, geographical change on a submarine, an awful lot of the footage is over shoulder, reverse, so on. So we came up with who could backed the best, acting from behind,
Absolutely.
you see. And it became a kind of running gag, yes.
Can you show us some backting?
I can try.
Nip over that.
OK.
There you go.
So... Can't believe it. OK, so what shall I show you?
I don't know. Like, what can you show us?
You're enjoying something.
I'm enjoying something.
You're enjoying something. It's making you laugh.
Angry backting.
Ooh.
Sexy.
No, I like that. Man's CNA. That was very good. Well, we've just seen some very good acting there. Well, you can see a lot more, because Tamsin Greig, ladies and gentlemen, is in a musical. Yeah. Tamsin Greig is going to be in Women on the Verge of a Nervous Breakdown. It's at the Playhouse Theatre here in London. Once Lindsay Lohan has vacated that theatre. I make no comment. It previously from the 16th of December, opens on the 12th of January, and of course people will be familiar with the famous Pedro Almodovar film. What should you tell us about it?
It's very similar to the film, except that it's in a theatre.
Okay. I think we've got it. Yeah. I think your work here is done, young lady. Yeah. Now, you haven't been in a musical before, have you?
Well, 2 years ago when they said, you'll do this, I went, well, I can't sing, so you probably want to ask Lindsay Lohan. And they...
Who's actually on the verge of a nervous...
And, I didn't say that. And they just kept wearing me down and giving me teachers and...
They really wanted you.
Vocal therapists and laryngeal osteopaths.
Wow.
Yeah.
You'd fly.
Oh, no, we can't talk about the fly again. No, there's always flies in the studio. We can't talk about But now, this is the thing. So, you haven't done a musical before.
That didn't happen.
No, it didn't happen.
Isn't that like from Amityville Horror or something?
It's
something. Is there an entity here we should be worried about?
I don't know.
Is it your agent?
Noise.
Yeah. It's like it's on an old Indian burial mound or something stupid. I don't know why they're here. But you...
Daddy!
Tamsin, you are... I like this. She's won an Olivier Award. That's as big as you can get. Now, you don't look thrilled with your award in this picture. Why so blue, Tamsin?
Okay, I may have been slightly embarrassed at my acceptance speech. And I was so sure I wasn't going to win. I was so sure, and I'd just come from set, and I borrowed a dress and ran there, and I was sure I wasn't going to, and then they called... Well, Don Johnson announced my name.
Wow.
So that was, difficult enough. So then I went up, and I can't believe I'm telling this story, because I vowed that... And it's on YouTube, you can all see it. And I said that I thought I'd done a tiny wee. And then admitted that it wasn't even my dress. So, I mean, it's not clever, it's not smart.
Had you done it?
Well, all the journalists were saying...
Don't reference it, don't reference it.
Don't move, don't move.
Got him. You got him. No more problems, Graham.
We got the fly. You gonna try that? We got the fly.
I can't believe we're having another fly show.
Don't eat him. Ask Daddy what he wants to say to me.
Would you like to speak to him?
He said...
Something about Jeff Goldblum.
Oh, there he goes.
Okay. Beautiful.
He'll be
Here you go,
back.
Jeff.
Hey, listen, episodes. Just want to mention episodes quickly because we love that show, and both your co-stars, there they are, they've been on. And in episodes, you had, I think one of the hardest things I've ever seen an actress have to do, you had to give voice to your own vagina.
That's my favorite kind of puppeteering. Really.
Well, famously, you did your ass as well, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I talked through my ass. Yes, I did. Yes, I thought it was the perfect expression of, rebellion. Yeah.
There
Actually,
should be
the
awards for this kind of thing. For the back acting, for the ass talk,
talking,
for the vagina speech.
Vagina, yes, exactly.
When I read the script on it, I read the stage direction, which was Beverly speaks in a deep Yoda-like voice. Because we're in this session, we're at a sex therapist, and the sex therapist says, if your vagina could talk to Sean, what would it want to say? And I say, if my vagina could talk, we'd be having a whole different set of problems.
Yeah.
And
Did
she
you call
says...
Frank Oz?
She goes, I sense your discomfort. But please, and the line is... Shall I do the...
Do it.
Though others have been in me, you are the one I want.
Nice.
That's acting. That's That's acting right there.
I was disappointed though because I sounded more like the Cookie Monster. Oh, girl.
Just very quickly, let's ask you, because Dumb and Dumber 2 now, because it's going gangbusters, everyone's loving it, and people are going to see it. So will there be another one? Are you already thinking, actually, this was really fun, why did we wait so long?
It was really fun. It was really fun to be back with him.
I would do it again, for sure.
Yeah, we'd
Absolutely.
be there.
Yeah, do it again.
Yeah, if you guys want to see it.
Nice.
We're going to put it on a submarine.
And it's going to be a musical.
Some singing.
We sing on the sub. It's called Glub and Glubber. Glub, glub, glub.
Hey, it's time for our music performance. This lady has sold over 50 million records worldwide. And that is amazing. It's just absolutely, it's beautiful. Come and have a seat here inside Tamsin. Tamsin, Jude, Jeff, that's all here.
Nice to meet you.
There you go. But kissing and yeah, you've got.
There's a two thing.
For a minute there, you weren't going to kiss her, and I thought it would have look really awkward.
She had a long way to go.
I know, but it's worth it.
He wasn't going to, and then I took his arm, and I was like,
Nicole Scherzinger, beautiful. That is from the album Big Fat Lie, was out now.
Yes.
And that's the new single.
Yep.
And it's gorgeous. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
Because what's odd is that this whole album, this was your breakup album, but then you got back together again. This is like cheating. I need to hurt for a while, I'll break up and then get back together again.
She has the perfect singer name, Scherzinger. Because she's so confident when she zings. The way she sang that song was amazing.
I'm a sure singer.
Yeah. And, of course, not just the record. Not just the record, not just the single, because someone else is in a West End musical, Nicole Scherzinger. Yes. When do you start?
I've started rehearsals for Cats. I'm reviving Cats.
Yeah.
And I've
there you
started
are, look.
rehearsals last week. Oh, that ratchet picture. Wow.
Yeah, you look really terrible.
I'm trying to avoid any word with the letter P.
Oh my God, that's all Jillian talks about is pussy all day on set. No, she's just like, there's one pussy over here, there's another pussy, you want to go towards that pussy. I'm serious. And she's like, I need more proud pussy
If he had a
power.
pussy, my search would be over. Beautiful. It's beautiful.
Do any of them sound like Yoda?
No, it's awesome. I'm working with Trevor Nunn, Jillian Lynn, who's the original choreographer, and obviously Andrew on it, and it's amazeballs. It's crazy. I'm like studying cats. I'm allergic to cats, so
Studying them through plexiglass.
yeah. So I'm never around them, so I'm actually going to
footage
study
on
them.
cats.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Hey, listen, very quickly before we go, let's take a visit to the red chair. Who's out there? Hello. Hello. Hi.
Hello,
Hello. What's your name, sir?
Hadi,
Hadi. And where do you live?
in West Berkshire.
West Berkshire, you say. You fascinate me. And what do you do there?
I work for a property company,
Oh, what? Selling property,
renting
renting property.
short and long let.
Interesting. So, do tell us your story.
Back in 2003, I was in Armenia on a Friday night walking out, and I was desperate to find a toilet. I couldn't find, and I was desperate, like running around like a headless chicken.
Yes.
And I saw a queue of men entering into a building. I thought there must be one inside the building, so I joined the queue. And I didn't care what they were mumbling about me. After 3-4 minutes, I got inside the building, and I found myself on a stage in front of an audience of 2,000 people who were waiting for opera to start. Yes, I had followed musician, and the only reason they didn't stop me because accidentally I had the same shirt.
Never. It's over. It's over. It's gone. It's gone. I didn't hear the end of it. I sort of glazed. What did happen in the end?
Well, you didn't let us hear.
We finished it.
The women were like this.
He finished. Let's try another one. Okay. Hi.
Hello.
What's your name?
Ruben.
What's your name? What's your name?
Whatever he does for a living, I bet it's not long and short-term lessons. What do you do, sir?
I do visual effects for television and film. Although right now unemployed.
The key word there was unemployed. There's a lot of work words before unemployed, but...
What are you going to do about it? That's the question.
We've given him a job.
What are you going to do about it?
Okay, off you... I forgot to understand this. But off you go with your story.
Not really a story, but I'm wearing a kilt, so I'm kind of daring you.
Should
Whatever you want to.
Should we just do that? Are you wearing anything under the kilt?
I mean, you'll have to find out.
Should we just do this then? Should we do this? Okay, let's see. Okay, legs akimbo, here we go. Oh, no. I like that. Look down at the television. We thank him, but we don't know his name.
I believe it was...
Anyway, he didn't even have a story. He was just like, I'm wearing a kilt. Okay, quickly. Let's have one more. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
I'm Gemma.
You nearly had to forgot there for a second. Yeah. I'm so excited. What's my name? Gemma. And are you from the old country, Gemma?
I am from Ireland.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. You're from Ireland too. I forget. Sometimes your accent slips.
I know. I'm not that convincing. So, what bit of Ireland are you from? North, or?
I'm from the north, yeah. County Antrim.
Oh, lovely. And you live there?
Well, I actually live here, but I'm from there, yeah. I live in This is going well. This is going well.
No, it's great. We're on it, Gemma. We're on it.
I'm from here, but I'm not all there.
Tell me, living here, Gemma, do you have a job?
I'm a full-time student.
Oh, right. Studying?
Musical theatre.
Well, now. Oh, now we're sitting up paying some attention.
A sci-fi musical.
Gemma, grab your rabbit. Tell your story.
Okay, so I was on holidays in New York, and I was going up to my room, and I got into the lift with, I found myself with these three really ferocious, really built men. So I was like, okay. And so I was standing there patiently like, oh, okay, here we go. And one of them turns and goes, hit the floor. So I immediately was like, oh, hit the floor. And then I looked up in desperation, like, please, is everything okay? And they were like, yeah, we meant hit the floor, like the button on the elevator.
Very good. If you'd like to join us on the show and have a go at the radio show, you can. Contact us on our website at this very address. That is it for tonight. Please say thank you to my guest, Nicole Scherzinger, Tamsin Greig, Jude